to Cesar kicking. Fia Sistina and Buckaroo are coming together. Buckaroo and Fia Sistina. Fia Sistina and Buckaroo. Fia Sistina. A terrific win. And Right to Party's coming hard. Arkansas Kid, 50 metres to go. Right to Party wearing it down. It's going to be tight, very tight. Close. Photo.
Race number 1 at Caulfield is a benchmark 80 over the 1700 metres, and I've got Saban on top, or Saban on top for Luke Nolan and the Coleman team. Peterman and Kath Coleman, and I think it's going to prove hard to beat. I think it's just better than these. It was just better than them at Flemington, getting the gap and bolting home. Look, it's drawn barrier 1, probably doesn't have the speed to hold it, but I think if Nolan can just give him a little bit of a dig, hold a position on the rail, do no work, get a bit of luck topping the straight and come out and storm over the top of them. He's got a barnstorming finish on his day, and I think will prove hard to beat here. Nails Murphy is the one that I want to take out of the three that went around with each other, being Piaggio and La Zebra. I think Nails Murphy's got more improvement, having been more consistent during its campaign, though is well into its campaign. Platinum Destroyer, I think, can run well here. Third up for Mickey D, no wait for Liam Howley, and Duke of Condacote can run really well first up in Australia. But Saban for me, race 1 at Caulfield. I think it's the winner, $40 on Saban. Race number 2 at Caulfield is the Thoroughbred Club of Australia, played over the 1200 metres, and I've got Keepsake on stop. The first starter taking on horses that have got really good stakes class form. I think that it's a bold move by the McAvoy team. Mark Zara Book shows the intent. Outside draw, I think they're going to drive this filly straight to the lead, and I don't think they're going to catch it. Was up on speed in all her work, and I just looked at at its jump outs in its trial and just thought this filly's a really good one, and I think it's going to take a lot of beating here. Erno's Cube, clear second pick, has been running well in Sydney in the Princess Series, comes down to Melbourne, back to a sprinting trip. I think he'll be out the back, but he'll be running home hard for Johnny Allen. Kuriyanagi has to do it again for mine. It was disappointing first up. It was really disappointing last up. And I Am Velvet, 3 from 3, though faces a big class rise here. Keepsake for mine, first starter against the not older horses, but the more seasoned horses. I like her chances, 25 to win. Race number 3 at Caulfield, the first of the stakes races on Caulfield Guinea's Day, is the Group 3 Northwood Plume Stakes over the 1200 metres, and I've got a little deep on top. I just kept coming back to this horse, Mark Zara Book, hard fit, barrier 2, ought to do no work. I think can be trucking in the run. Look, it will need luck, like the previous horse I tipped will, being Keepsake. But I just think that a little deep can find the rails run, get into a good rhythm. Should have won last night, was incredibly brave, and I think we'll be winning here. Charm Stone, a clear second pick. This horse on a day was only beaten a length in the Golden Rose with not a lot of luck. Damien Lane on. Rotor in her most recent work, I think, can run well, though from the outside draw makes it a bit difficult, though is a very good horse. Extra 2 for James McDonald and Kieran Mother, stablemate to the win, a little deep, I think can run well. It is hard fit. Bezo drops 8 kilos from last start. It was an absolute canter job last start, but he's only second up here from the inside draw. But I've got a little deep on top. I think hard to beat with the fitness. Mark Zara booked and should have won last start. I think we'll atone here. $30 the win. Race number 4 at Caulfield is the Group 3 Ladies' Day Vase over the 1600 metres, and I've got Lady Jones on top. Now, that's going to surprise a couple of people, considering that Vibrant Sun's the Group 1 winner, and Grinzinger Bell's more stakes, has a couple of stakes wins against his name. But I'm going with Lady Jones because she did a lot of work last start and kept coming. Beat Grinzinger Bell fair and square, and the fact that Grinzinger Bell's shorter than Lady Jones, I think is wrong. I think Lady Jones can just settle in a good position. I'd be liking to say 3 out, 3 back, 1 out would be the ideal position for her, just to get that nice even run, good draw. It gives Ethan Brown options, and I think can run really well. Hasn't won at Caulfield before. Has run some cracking races at Caulfield, and I think can prove hard to beat here. City of Lights comes down from Sydney for James McDonald and Joe Pride. We saw what the relation to Winks did last weekend in Wings of Desire, not running too well. But I think City of Lights can run well here and can win. Vibrant Sun is a Group 1 winner. Second up here, I think we'll be charging home in not needing the run, but we better third up. And Grinzinger should get a soft lead, though can she hold on is the big question. Lady Jones for mine and the Ladies' Day Vars, 25 to win. Race number 5 at Caulfield is a listed weekend hustler over the 1400 metres, and I'm going with the best horse in the race, and that's Jimmy Star. I'm not going off what that he's been disappointing for punters before. He looked like he was gone at the end of last preparation. I'm putting that behind me. I think he resumed with a very, very dominant. Well, he did resume with a dominant win. Blake Shoe was in the saddle. He sticks here up to the 1400 metres suits. From the draw, should be given every opportunity to run on and hit the line hard and win. I think he's, like I said, the best horse in the race. There's going to be enough speed on for him to run on. I just think he's going to win, personally. Coast watching for second, beat Jimmy Star at Newcastle on the occasion they met. There's a good horse and should be right behind the leaders here and might have first crack at the straight before Jimmy Star does, but I'm hoping Jimmy Star can finish over the top. Harry Run was very good last start, though laying in on the later Turak favourite, another Will, but still picked itself up and ran on well into third. They was only first up there. We know how good this horse is at Caulfield, having won one of the Sandown Guineas here back at the end of last year. And Sox Nation last start, Queensland Oaks winner in for the fourth at the big price and needs further. But Jimmy Star for mine, I just think it's his race to lose. 30 the win in the weekend hustler. Race number 6 at Caulfield is the Group 2 Herbert Power over the 2,400 metres. The last chance to get into the Caulfield Cup next Saturday. And my best of the day comes up here, and it's Gear Up, and I am supremely confident on him to win. Outside of the obvious winners later in the card, I think Gear Up will take a bit of beating here. Barrier 12, I think, is perfect for Jamie Mott. Should be coming across from the draw to find a leading position or somewhere towards the front, and trailing the leader or leading the field himself. 56 kilos, perfect. Third up, fit. I just think that he's going to run a really good race and hopefully hold on and win. Akita Sushi, clear second pick. Now, off its last two, you probably say it's a big price for a reason, but this horse was good enough to run in last year's Caulfield and Melbourne Cups. No weight. Billy Egan, when does he ever ride for Kieran Maher? Barrier 5, good draw, no weight. Bone dry track, 101 to 41. Can someone pick up what I'm putting down? Ladon Devi in for third. I think he's a very good winning chance. His first up run was impressive, and it was first off of nearly a year, and he was storming home there. I think it was a very good run. Second up, I think he can run. And Post Impressionist in for fourth. Probably deserves to be a bigger price, considering he hasn't lived up to his win in the Tank Cred before he went to the Sydney Cup. But he can run well. But Gear Up for mine and the Herbert Power. I think he'll win and win his way into the Caulfield Cup. 30 to win on Gear Up and 7 each way on Akita Sushi at a big price. Race number 7 at Caulfield is the Group 1 Might and Power Stakes over the 2,000 metres, and I all think that we know what's going to happen here. Mr. Brightside absolutely canter in. He's just too good for this field. He finally gets a chance to win a Group 1 with Pride of Jenny not in the race. I just think $1.70 take it, because anybody that says he can't run 2,000 is an idiot. He ran a second, very narrow second in the Cox Plate behind Romantic Warrior. Atishu probably would have finished last in the Cox Plate, in any Cox Plate. And this horse has Atishu on the canvas. Atishu's the only other winning chance in the race, but I'll explain why I have Vow and Declare for a second in a minute. Atishu is the proven 2,000 metre horse, but like I say, Mr. Brightside has more class than her, and is just a better horse than Atishu. Vow and Declare in for second. This horse should have beaten Atishu home would have beaten her home one more stride in the Australia Cup. It was a big price there. Suited at the 2,000 metres, ran a very narrow second, ran second in the race last year to behind Alligator Blood, and I think can run a placing again here, and hopefully run second for my strategy. Coco Sun in for fourth, I think can run a race en route to the Caulfield Cup next Saturday. Mr. Brightside for mine, I think he's the start finish point of the race, I think he will win. 50 the win, Mr. Brightside. 20 the 5 the place on Vow and Declare, and 25 Cornella for Mr. Brightside and Vow and Declare in the Might and Power Stakes for me. Race number 8 at Caulfield is the Group 1 sports bet. Caulfield Guineas over the 1,600 metres. And I wonder when trainers get confident on horses winning a race, because surely that James Cummings and James McDonald will come in with a bit of expectation and a bit of excitement, because I think Broadsiding will win the Caulfield Guineas. If he does, he'll be the third horse to do it, winning the Golden Rose Caulfield Guineas double, being the Autumn Sun, where J-Mac rode it in the Caulfield Guineas to win, and Ole Kirk being the other one to complete the double. As I said, Broadsiding will become the third horse to win the double, and I think he will. Dominant effort in the Golden Rose, had absolutely no right to win it, but his class came to the fore and he absolutely trotted in. To the mile, no issue. And I just think that he's just too good for this field. He's too good for anything at the moment. He'll be a live chance of the Cox Plate. He'll win the Caulfield Guineas. He'll be off the stud quite soon, because the earth is his oyster. This horse, he's just too good for these. Mayfair in for second. I want to be following the Golden Rose form for the rest of the field, and I think Mayfair can put it to the rest of the field. But he's going to be meeting a good horse in Broadsiding. Evaporate's been very good in the lead-ups, but has to come up another peg in the run to be winning this. And Angel Capital will be charging home and could run a respectable third here, but won't beat the top two. 100 the win, Broadsiding in the Caulfield Guineas. Like I said, he's just too good for them. Race number 9 at Caulfield is the Group 2 Scalacci Stakes over the 1,100 metres, and I've got Mornington Glory on top. I'm not sure why this horse has drifted out from the $4 to $4.80, considering that this horse is a last start Group 1 winner, beating I Wish I Win and Hayasugi in the Moya. Targeted for this race, Troll tune up to get ready for it. Good draw. Ethan Brown on from winning the Moya Stakes. I just can't see why it's drifted. I think it'll win, and I'm quite confident it will win. Oscar's Fortune in for second is the complete unknown in the race. Will be up on speed for Damien Lane. Could kick away and win. It's just a complete X factor coming into the race. Good form behind Overpass in WA. I think can run really, really well here. Bellatrix Star has no weight of the 51 kilos, getting 7.5 of every other runner in this field. Though it's coming through the fillies races coming through Phillies form at Flemington and Moonee Valley. They still can run well here after winning its last two from a good draw in Barrier 4, and Kalos in for fourth. But I've got Mornington Glory on top. I think it'll win the Scalacci. $25 on Mornington Glory. Race 10 at Caulfield is the Group 1 Toorak handicap, and I'm really happy Prada Jenny didn't actually accept for it, because I think it leaves her stablemate in another world to claim his Group 1 here. I think this horse is just a star. Had no right to pick itself off the canvas and win last start. Won impressively first up on the Jamie Carr. If she hadn't got suspended, she would be riding him here. And with that, I think it would just add a couple of lengths. And nothing against McD. He's a superstar. But you just think Jamie Carr could have been a bit better. But anyway, Mickey D's on. The result will still be the same. The horse will win 7 from 10. Beaten a couple of lengths in the Doncaster. And absolutely caned them prior to that. Multiple effortless performances at the mile. Has won at Caulfield impressively before. I just think that this horse is just way, way too good for this field. Antino clear second, big, coming back to a handicap from Weight for Age. Ran a narrow second in the race last year. Probably will run a place again, because if he misses the start, he could be a long way back. Elsafina was a very good winner last start, being Lady Jones and Grinsing about the Valley. Should have won first up, bolted in last start. Blake shouldn't choose to ride Antino over Elsafina. The little query, the John McNeil proved what he's made of last weekend, having the double at Flemington, so I think he's a good replacement. And Orchestral could blow this field away. We know how good she is. But I just have a small query that she's looking for further, though the mile is no issue for her at all. But I've got another wheel on top. I just think he's on the way up. He's a superstar. He's the horse we'll be talking about in the next couple of seasons of racing, and I think he'll prove his class here and win $40 the win on another wheel in the Toorak to finish the day. Thank you for watching the preview for Group 1 Caulfield Guineas Day. I've had an absolute ball doing the form. It's so good to have good horses racing and good racing in itself. And I'll see you for the next preview will be on Monday when they release the fields for Wednesday for Coogee Cup Day. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for next Saturday in the being Caulfield Cup Day. But we've got to get through this card first, and hopefully I've found a couple of winners for everybody here. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.